What's going on, guys? This is Big Worm 380, and we're going to play some Jurassic World Evolution. This came out yesterday or last night at midnight. I'm not sure. I got home from work last night about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I realized that I could download it, and it said it came out just now. So, anyway, if you're not familiar with this is basically the Jurassic Park version of City Skylines or Roller Coaster Tycoon. You're going to be building Jurassic Park. You're going to be growing dinosaurs, or not really growing them so much. You're going to be, you're gonna hatch them, and you're gonna make a park. So it should be pretty good. I like these kind of games. I got on last night just for a little bit to check the controls and stuff out, and there's kind of a lot to it. I'm glad I did that. And I'm going to start a new game. I already tried this once, and it didn't let me exactly completely start over.
Hello. May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5.
If only. So we've got
Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin.
Jeff Goldblum, obviously, is doing his voice.
Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should, because diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
Right. So basically, from what I've gathered, there's 5 different islands. This is basically the starter island, and it's kind of also the tutorial island. Get you where you're figuring stuff out and you know what to do before they turn you loose on the real big one.
I'm Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab.
All right, Hammond Creation Lab. So
We've
that's
already
this
started
thing.
on an enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Just kidding.
Ah! All right. Okay, so yeah, so you put this right on the fence line.
Which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here.
Okay. We also have to connect power.
You'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths and the power grid.
Okay, and this took me a minute to figure out, just because maybe this is standard on most games. But like I said, I haven't played a lot of these. When you go to the paths mode, you can snap and you can make roads all over the place or whatever. But when you put a new building down, you have to connect it to a path. That will also connect it to the existing power grid. So as soon as I connect this road, it's going to hook onto this power and we'll be good. Now, one thing to keep in mind, depending on how you place the building, it's going to have a little arrow on it before you place it. So that kind of tells you where you need to shoot the road off if you want it going as close as possible to the road. So if you look at the building, the arrow, I forgot to tell y'all about that a minute ago. The arrow would have been facing this way, and there's this little half circle of sidewalk connected to this building. That's where you're going to want to actually connect it. So you just do that and that. Okay, now it's got a path and power.
Incubating a dinosaur.
All right.
You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay.
Okay, let's see.
Data for your first viable dinosaur.
Okay, yeah. See, this kept. Oh, I see. It kept the. Why do I have that? Oh, they started. Oh, okay. It did reset. I didn't realize the first time I went through this, all this stuff was here. Okay, so the Struthiomimus, you have to have at least 50% genome data to hatch any dinosaur. And you'll do that through sending your teams on digs, to find, fossils and stuff. So anyway, we're going to start with this. It's our first mission. So Struthiomimus, and you can modify the genome later. That comes later, though. I'm not to that point.
The machinations of
now he's incubating in here.
Playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Right.
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
Okay, so this is the Hammond Research Facility. This is where you hatch your dinos. They release them out in here, and then this is the big pen. This is the only pen you have on this island, and I'm assuming you'll be able to build more of these later. But again, this is the kind of the beginner level or beginner island, so it's going to be pretty limited to what we can do, I believe. And meanwhile, your money at the bottom here is ticking away as you're, just from power being used. So if you just sit here, all your money will go away eventually. It'll take a while when you first start. I did run out of money though. So, okay. All right. So then you go here and release the dinosaur. All right. So we got our first dino.
It begins. The most precious moment.
All right, we're gonna skip him. All right, let's go. I mean, it doesn't matter. But you're gonna have to do all three of these, so I don't. And they cost the same no matter what. So.
I'm aware, Cabot.
Okay.
I'm Dr. Dewar. I run the science division of our operation. Okay. You're going to need to build your reputation in the science division. Not easy with me around, but you'll manage. That means managing our dinosaur population and seeing that they are flourishing.
Man. See, in a little bit, I'll be able to...
heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
All right.
So, one more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If
okay, so I can still build over here, too.
Division, you're more likely to benefit from them.
Uh-huh.
Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally.
Well, they can get over it. I can only do what I can do. Okay, and then here's all your different tabs. This is the... Okay, we can't click on some of this stuff yet. So we gotta connect our road, and then boom, we got power. And there's a lot of that, a lot of the pop-up and the people talking. It does kind of slow down here in a little bit. This is obviously, again, tutorial. So we're losing $7,000 a minute. Science mission number 1.
An interesting opportunity for you to consider. It will allow us to work together to create life. Pure life. If you've been listening to Dr. Malcolm, then you know how important this is to us. And to me.
Yes. Okay. So, go to contracts. Oh, request a contract.
I knew you were my kind of person. Inquisitive, driven, and I knew you couldn't resist this opportunity. So let's get started.
Well, let's do it. Waiting on you.
Together, we can create a more authentic version of our dinosaurs. That means a complete genome. And I think you are up to the challenge. Don't disappoint.
Okay.
Opportunity is knocking. Answer.
All right. And then
I'm Claire Deering.
every time you click on one of these dinosaurs, even if you've already done it once, like that.
I've tried to set them right. I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in these dinosaurs.
So I believe, yeah, it's here and here. No, here and here.
Don't let this opportunity
We're going to want
pass
to
you
check.
by.
All right, the Expedition Center is ready. All right, so let's back out of this and go to the Expedition Center. We're going to view the expedition map from here. I don't know if I could do that from that other menu. I don't know. Maybe I could have. Okay, so we're going to go here.
Good. Your first expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction.
I wonder if it would be worth getting another expedition. I can only have one right now. Okay. less than a minute till next request. So you can't just fire through this as fast as possible, which, I mean, I was just trying to save a few dollars here and there. I don't want to go to finances right now. Thank you. I'd rather not. It's not going to be good. Okay, so my expedition team is returning. So I need to get security going because I need a ranger station.
Head of security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the islands.
All right.
So here's our basic conundrum. We want to keep our animals under control while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors, because these animals have potential as combatants. Look, everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park. But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
Okay, we're gonna extract that.
Owen Grady. Owen to my friends.
Hey, look.
I've seen things I'd rather not talk about, but it hasn't dampened my commitment to the dinosaurs. The raptors more generally, and me and Blue specifically. We have a special relationship, like what I have with Claire. Less complicated. Anyway, nice to meet you. Each new discovery furthers our understanding. It's valuable work. Take it.
Okay, now from what I figured,
You should extract genomes from fossils that have been collected inside your fossil center. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
all right, got 125,000.
Looks like the expedition was a success.
Now you don't get money for this, I'm assuming.
You met the objectives and secured a victory. I was expecting no less.
It's almost like these first basic contracts are just paying for
No matter what
getting
anyone
started.
else says, science is what makes or breaks us. Admittedly, sometimes both. But on Isla Matanceros, you are making us and yourself look good. And that's worth a reward.
Okay, I've got 50%.
We are making great strides so far. I believe I may be on the cusp of something wondrous. And I have you to thank, at least in part, for where I find myself.
So the more stars it
Now we
has,
need to
basically
incubate,
the
hatch,
more time
and
it takes
house
to
our
extract and the more
Then we will
percent
know
you
if
get
our
out of
efforts
each
would have
one.
been worth it.
All you need is 50, but I figure I'd go ahead and Edmontosaurus. All right,
Lambert
let's
here.
do that.
I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over.
Yeah.
then
Oh no,
Let me
I
know
don't.
if you're
I
interested.
don't want to do that yet. I don't want to abandon the other mission though. What's my existing mission? All right, fuck it.
Glad to have you on board. As you can imagine, the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities.
Okay.
That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
All right.
Gotta give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
Okay. So we're gonna do a Triceratops
I'm
now.
gonna need you to extract enough DNA from
230,000.
fossils to
Holy
incubate
shit.
and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
Okay. So now we have a Triceratops incubating. We're going to go ahead and wait till he's done. Go ahead and release him and then go back and send a dig team for the Edmontosaurus. All right.
I see you've
Right.
hatched Triceratops. Might be cute now, but that's only gonna last for about a week.
Oh, really? Why do you say that? Okay. So when you release, I didn't show this, I clicked out of it on accident. When you release, it will just stay on the dinosaur and it'll just follow it. And so that's... Okay. So here's this guy. Any of them you click on, it'll zoom in on them and you can just, you know, watch them if you want to, which is kind of cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one here. That is the beginning of Jurassic World Evolution. We got a little bit of stuff done. I don't want these videos to run too terribly long, and there's not a whole lot on a game like this that I can cut out. So we're gonna go ahead and leave this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.